How is the coronavirus going to impact digital marketing? In this video, I'm going to go through what I think business owners should be doing in response to the coronavirus and all of these implications. I mean, we're getting, emails from people asking us what they should do with their marketing. It's like almost like a panic, and we're giving everyone the same advice. A lot of times whenever there's mass hysteria, quote unquote, that primarily the news makes happen, people question whether or not they should pause their marketing or, reduce their budget or things like this. And the funny thing is, there's a stat from the book From Good to Great, I believe from Jim Collins, that I believe 80% of businesses that last for more than 15, 20 years, like Fortune 500 companies, were started in recessions. And the reason I bring that up is when there's blood in the water, all of your competitors are panicking, and Warren Buffett is famous for saying that when there's fear in the air, that is when he pounces. That is when Warren Buffett makes his best purchasing decisions of companies, is when there's blood in the water, there's fear, right? If the marketplace can be in fear and you can be the one person that's confident in your industry, that is where brands are built. So let's think of the realities about coronavirus, which the virus is mainly up here, right? It's up in the head for most of these people. Now, yes, it is spreading faster than the typical flu. It has a higher mortality rate than the typical flu. And we'll see what happens with this pandemic, right? Point number one, and this is from Anthony, my director of PPC here at the S&B team. He was emailing one of our clients, and I asked him what he put in that email because I wanted to explain it all to you guys, because Anthony is in the weeds day to day, responsible for all of our marketing accounts at our company. And the first point he said is that more searches come when people are spending more time at home. So if people are working from home, right? So I'm talking about Google searches like SEO, Google ads, and probably spending more time on Facebook, right? Because they're less likely to be in their office. If some businesses, like in our own, if you saw our office here, a lot of the bigger businesses, I believe probably for workers' comp reasons, are telling their employees to work from home. Well, that means that the employees, business owners, etc., working from home, they're going to have more time to do searches on the internet, and they're going to have more time to peruse on Facebook, Instagram, social media, etc. So this could actually be a time where people are spending more time on the internet, and therefore you'd want to double down while your competitors are in fear and or thinking that there's a recession. The reason I brought up the recession stat is because a recession is very similar to a virus in terms of how it impacts people's minds, right? When there's a recession, 80% of the recession is a self-serving bias where people feel like, they have to make that come true because it's so prevalent in the news, right? So then Anthony went to go back this up, and he said, because his assumption was that people are spending more time at home during this time. So we did a 7-day over 7-day comparison, and he said the point number 2 is he saw no statistical dips in client accounts from the accounts that he looked at. So what that means is we did a 7-day over 7-day comparison. We looked at the number of clicks we got, the number of impressions we got, and actually on our own advertising account, we got more impressions this week than we did in the past week. So we had more people searching for internet marketing services online than we had in the last week, and I believe the week prior to that by like 30% more searches. Now, another thing to think through here is the path, right? So people, if there's fear in the air, right? Think about this. If there's fear in the air, Well, people are still going to spend time online, right? Maybe the fear in the air will make it harder for them to make decisions, but they're still going to spend time online. Meaning, maybe they'll click on your Google ad, maybe they'll click on your SEO blog post or your Google My Business profile or your Facebook ad, they'll click on it, but then maybe the conversion rate will be lower because there's more fear in the air and they don't want to schedule meetings, right? Especially face-to-face probably. Well, that's a valid point, right? The point is this though, if your competitors are backing out and you're still going after the impressions in your market, even if you're not getting as high of a conversion rate, do you think that's going to be a win once this all fades away and these people have done research on you? They already know about your brand, they've already looked into your company because you kept your marketing high versus contracting and then having to do a 2-week relaunch after, or 2 months, however long this takes to kind of die down, then you have to start from scratch, is my point. And nobody likes starting from scratch. Whenever you pause an advertising account of some sort, it's wacky on the algorithm, right, of whatever platform you're using. Whether you pause your Facebook ads or you completely shut off your Google ads, doesn't matter. Things happen. And sometimes we have great campaigns that we've set up that will pause and then we'll turn back on, and it'll take a couple of weeks for the results to get back to where they were. So sometimes there's a risk of pausing your advertising accounts. Another thing is when your competitors are pulling out because of fear, right? Your clicks and your cost per lead is going to be lower. So you're going to pay less money per lead because the competition is going to be a little bit less. So it's actually, again, time to double down. So what I would say, how is coronavirus affecting internet marketing? It's probably going to increase demand. It's probably going to raise concerns in your competitors, and it's going to be an opportunity for you to double down on your internet marketing strategy so that you can take up all the impressions that your not so courageous competitors are giving up on because they're buying into the psychological quote unquote terrorism of the media and giving up. And now they're going to have to wait 2 weeks for their advertising campaigns to pick up steam if they pause them or if they stop their strategy. And they're going to be behind the ball when all of this passes. So what are your thoughts on how coronavirus is going to impact the digital marketing landscape? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please do so you can get real-time notifications whenever we release digital marketing content. We love serving. And also go to smbteam.com to submit your email and get put on our daily free email drip where we send you free marketing tips to your inbox every day to help you grow your business the right way. Thank you for your time, energy, and attention.